So friends, first of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So friends, in this lesson number 3, we are going to solve type number 2 quadratic equation. So don't forget to watch my lesson number 1, that is basics of equation and how to compare x and y values. Then lesson number 2, that is type number 1 quadratic equation, and in this lesson number 3, we are going to solve type number 2 quadratic equation. So friends, there are two types of quadratic equation. The first type of quadratic equation that we saw in lesson number 2. Before x square and y square, there will be no constant. But in this lesson number 3, just look at this expression friends. X square, x and a constant. It's a quadratic equation. Similarly, y square, y and a constant. Again, it's a quadratic equation. But in lesson number 2, before x square and before y square, there will be no number, right? No constant. But in this lesson number 3, before x square and before y square, there will be some constant. That is difference between type number 1 and type number 2. So friends, let me move on to all 6 different questions on this lesson number 3. So friends, I think by watching lesson number 2, you got an idea how to find the factors. If it is a 2-digit number, it is easy. If it is a 3-digit number, in lesson number 2, I have taught you a shortcut. By using that shortcut, finding a factor is so simple, right? Okay, so let me move on to question number 1. So 5x square plus 3x minus 14 is equal to 0. So here before x square we have a constant 5. So friends, the step number 1 is we need to multiply this 5 into 14. That is step number 1. In previous lesson number 2, there will be no number before x square. So we usually take minus 14 and we split the number. But here before x square we have a constant 5. So initially you need to multiply this 5 into 14. So friends, listen carefully. If it is a smaller number, it will be so easy. Multiplying 2 into 3 will be 6. But multiplying 14 into 5, some students will feel difficult. So for those students, just write the number as it is, 14 into 5. Don't multiply this number in your exams and don't waste your time. So friends, listen carefully. Here it is minus, right? So 14 into 5. So 14 into 5. Now split this 14 as 14 can be written as 7 into 2. So bring this 5 to the denominator. These are the techniques that we already saw in lesson number 2. So friends, our target to bring plus 3, right? So if I need to bring plus 3, listen here friends. So 5 into 2 will be 10, right? And here it is 7. So finally, our target to bring plus 3. So this can be written as plus 10 and minus 7. So friends, when we multiply both the numbers, listen carefully, plus 10 into minus 7. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be in minus. When we add both the numbers, plus 10 and minus 7, the resultant will be plus 3. So finally we got an answer that is minus 7 and plus 10. So friends, most important thing, in first step we have multiplied 5 into 14. After getting a final answer, you need to divide this by 5. That is, we got a factor minus 7. So divide this by 5. Before x square, we have a constant 5. At the final answer, divide this by 5. Similarly, here it is plus 10, divide by 5. So when we cancel this, 1 5 is 5, 2 5 is 10. So finally, we got the factors x1. Here it is minus 7 by 5. But while writing, you should change the sign as plus 7 by 5. Similarly, x2. So here it is plus 2, but while writing, you need to change the sign as minus 2. So finally, we got the factors that is plus 7 by 5 minus 2. So friends, if you are a beginner, just practice more number of questions, you can surely crack it, right? So friends, initially you need to multiply 5 into 14, but don't waste your time by multiplying 5 into 14. Just keep the number as it is. Then split the number 14 as 7 into 2, and our target to get plus 3. And when we multiply a number, our target to get minus, right? So I have split this number as 7 into 2, then bring the 5 to the next step. 5 into 2 will be 10 and the remaining will be 7. So in order to bring as plus 3, this can be written as plus 10 and minus 7. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be in minus. But when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be plus 3. At the final answer, you need to divide this by 5. Again, you need to divide this by 5. So finally, we got a factors that is 7 by 5 and minus 2. So let me move on to second expression friends. So second expression is 2y square minus 9y plus 10. So initially you need to multiply this 2 and 10. It's a smaller number, right? 2 into 10 will be 20. It is easy. So we can directly write this as 20. Now our target to bring minus 9. So 5 4s are 20, right? So minus 5 and minus 4. So when we multiply both the numbers, so minus 5 into minus 4 will be plus 20. When we add both the numbers, minus 5 and minus 4, the resultant will be minus 9. But final answer, you need to divide this by 2, because y square, before y square we have a constant 2. So divide this by 2, again divide this by 2. So 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So y1, here it is minus 5 by 2, but while writing you need to change the sign as plus 5 by 2, and here it is minus 2, so while writing it should be written as plus 2. So finally we got the factors of y, that is plus 5 by 2, then plus 2, and we got the factors of x, that is 7 by 5 and minus 2. So after finding the values, you know how to compare a value, right? Which I have already taught in lesson number 1. So friends, that main concept behind this, we need to compare all the x values with the y value, right? So x value will be 7 by 5. So friends, listen carefully, comparing is also important. 7 by 5, 7 by 5, and x2 will be minus 2. So minus 2, minus 2. Then y1, y2, y1 by 2. So y1 will be 5 by 2, y2 will be 2. So 5 by 2, 5 by 2. So friends, finally I am comparing all the x values with the y values, right? So we need to compare this, just cross multiply it. 5 into 5 will be 25, 7 into 2 will be 14. So we can say that y is greater than, which we already saw in lesson number 1. So here it is, think that 5 into 2 will be 10, here it is 7. So 7, 10, 10 will be greater than. Here it is minus 2, here it is positive, so positive will be greater than. So again here positive will be greater than. So finally, by comparing all the x values with the y value, initially x less than y, x less than y, while comparing all the values are x lesser than y. So finally the relationship between x and y will be x less than y. So final answer you need to say for this given question, that is x less than y. So friends, type number 2 quadratic equation is so simple, right? But only thing is, you should know how to find the factors. Don't forget to watch lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 is most important. After solving more number of questions in lesson number 2, then try to solve lesson number 3 question. So friends, initially you need to multiply this. After getting a factor, you need to divide this by 5 and divide this by 5. That is coefficient of x and also coefficient of y. And after finding the values of x and y, you need to compare it. And some students, they used to divide the value. So don't do that. 7 by 5, 5 by 2. Just cross multiply it. 7 into 2 will be 14. 5 into 5 will be 25. So 14, 25, 25 will be greater than, right? So finally we got an answer for question number 1, that is x less than y. Question number 2. So 8x square plus 31x plus 21 is equal to 0. So 5y square plus 11y minus 36 is equal to 0. So both the equation is a quadratic equation, and before x square we have some constant. Similarly before y square we have some constant. So friends, initially we need to multiply this 8 into 21. So this can be written as 8 into 21. So don't waste your time by multiplying both the numbers. So keep both the numbers as it is. So I think this 21 can be written as 7 into 3, because 7 into 3 will be 21. So bring this 8 to the next step. Our target to bring plus 31. So friends, let me do one thing. 8 3s are 24 and the remaining number is 7. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be positive. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 31. So finally we got a factors, that is 24 and 7. But before x square we have a constant 8. So divide this by 8 and divide this by 8. So 1 8s are 8, 8 3s are 24. So finally we got this x1 is equal to, so friends, here it is plus 3. But while writing you need to change the sign as minus 3, and here it is plus 7 by 8, but while writing it should be minus 7 by 8. So finally we got the factors for the first expression, that is x1 is equal to minus 3 and x2 is equal to minus 7 by 8. And the second equation is 5y square plus 11y minus 36. Similarly you need to multiply 5 into 36, so minus of 36 into 5. So I think we can write this 36 as 9 4s are 36. So 9 4. So bring this 5 to the next step. So friends, our target to bring 11, right? So I think let me do one thing. Listen carefully friends. 5 into 4 will be 20. So bring this 9 to the next step. Our target to bring plus 11. But when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant should be in the term of minus. So we can easily say as plus 20 and minus 9. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be in terms of minus. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 11. So but before y square we have a constant 5. So divide this by 5 and divide this by 5. So 1 5s are 5, 5 4s are 20. So finally we got a factors y1. Here it is minus 9 by 5. but while writing change the sign as plus 9 by 5. And y2, here it is plus 4, but while writing it should be minus 4. So finally we got the factors for x and y. So friends, listen carefully. I have split this 36 as 9 into 4, and here keep the number 5 as it is. Our target to bring plus 11, but when we multiply both the factors, the resultant should be in term of minus. So I have just kept as minus 20 and minus 9. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be minus. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be plus 11. But the final answer, we need to divide this by 5. So friends, finally we got the factors minus 3, minus 7 by 8, 9 by 5 and minus 4. So friends, we need to compare all the x values with the y value. So x value will be minus 3 and x2 will be minus 7 by 8 and minus 7 by 8. And y1 will be 9 by 5 and y2 will be minus 4. So 9 by 5 and minus 4. So the concept behind this, we need to compare all the x values with the y value. So friends, here it is minus 3 and here it is positive. So positive will be greater than. Here it is minus 3 and here it is minus 4. Minus 3 is greater than. So here positive is greater than. Here it is minus 7 by 8 and here it is minus 4. So friends, you need to cross this. 8 4s are 32. So minus 32 minus 7 is greater than. So friends, finally by comparing x terms with the y term, here we got 1 less than and 1 greater than. While comparing x and y values, if you got 1 less than and 1 greater than, definitely the relation for x and y cannot be established. We can't able to say what is the relation between x and y. While comparing, if we find 1 less than and 1 greater than, definitely the relationship for x and y cannot be established. Question number 3. So 12x square plus 11x minus 56 is equal to 0. So again, both the given equation is a quadratic equation. So friends, first of all, we need to multiply this 12 into 56. So keep minus as it is and 56 into 12. So I think we can write this 56 as 8 7s are 56, right? And similarly, we can write this 12 as 4 into 3. So 4 3s are 12, 8 7s are 56. So friends, when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant factors, our answer should be in terms of minus. But when we add both the numbers, the resultant should be in terms of plus, right? So I think we can do one thing. 7 into 3, listen here friends, 7 into 3 will be 21. So 8 4s are 32. So I can do one thing, write this as plus 32 and minus 21, because when we add both the numbers plus 32 and minus 21, the resultant will be in terms of plus. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be in terms of minus. And similarly, before x square, we have a constant 12. So divide this by 12, again divide this by 12. So finally, we got a factors, that is minus 21 divided by 12 and plus 32 divided by 12. I think we can cancel this on 3 table, right? So 7 3s are 21, so 4 3s are 12. And similarly, we can cancel this on 4 table. So 8 4s are 32, so 4 3s are 12. So finally, we got a factor, that is x1. Here it is plus 8 by 3, but while writing, change the sign as minus 8 by 3. So x2. Here it is minus 7 by 4, but while writing, change the sign as plus 7 by 4. So finally, we got a factors, that is minus 8 by 3 plus 7 by 4. And the second expression is 4y square minus 15y plus 14 is equal to 0. So when similarly, we need to multiply this 4 into 14, so plus 4 into 14. So I think this 14 can be written as 7 into 2, because 7 into 2 will be 14. So bring this 4 to the next step. So 4, 7 and 2. But when we multiply both the resultant value, it should be positive. But when we add both the values, it should be in minus 15, right? So I think this can be written as 4 into 2 will be 8 and the remaining is 7. So this can be written as minus 8 and minus 7. Because when we multiply both the numbers, listen here friends, minus 8 into minus 7, the final answer will be in terms of plus. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be minus 15. But before y square, we have a constant 4. So divide by 4 and divide by 4. So 1 4s are 4, 2 4s are 8. So finally, we got a factors, that is y1. Here it is minus 2, but while writing, it should be plus 2. Similarly, y2, here it is minus 7 by 4, but while writing, it should be plus 7 by 4. So finally, we got the factors of x and also y. Now we need to compare this, right? So x1 will be minus 8 by 3. So minus 8 by 3. Then x2 will be 7 by 4, 7 by 4. So y1, y2, y1, y2. So friends, every time I am saying the concept behind the comparing is we need to compare all the x value with the y value. That is the concept, right? You can compare whatever you wish, but listen carefully. You need to compare x1 with both y values. You need to compare x2 with both y values. So here y1 will be plus 2, 7 by 4. So plus 2, 7 by 4. Okay, so friends, listen here. Here it is minus 8 by 3. Here it is positive. So positive will be greater than. Again, positive will be greater than. So here 7 by 4, 7 by 4, it is equal to. So 7 by 4 and 2. Just cross it. 4 into 2 will be 8, and here it is 7. So 8 and 7, we can say that 8 is greater than. So finally, by comparing all the x values with the y value, in 3 cases x is less than y, and in 4th case x is equal to y. So finally, we got an answer, that is x less than y. So by comparing all the x value with y value, so x is less than y and x is equal to y. So final answer will be x less than or equal to y. Question number 4. So 15x square plus 68x plus 77 is equal to 0. So it's a quadratic equation. Similarly, the second expression is also a quadratic equation. So friends, first of all, we need to multiply this 15 into 77. So 15 into 77. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant should be plus, but when we add both the numbers, the resultant should be 68. So I think this 15 can be written as 5 into 3, because 5 into 3 will be 15, and 77 we can write this 77 as 7 into 11, right? So next thing is our target to bring 68. So friends, listen here friends, 7 into 5 will be 35 and 11 into 3 will be 33. So when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be definitely positive. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 68. So finally we got the factors. But before x square, we have a constant 15. So divide this by 15 and divide by 15. I think we can cancel this on 3 table, right? So this will be 11. When we cancel this on 3 table, this will be 5. So similarly, we can cancel this on 5 tables. So 5 3s are 15, 7 5s are 35. So finally, we got 7 by 3, 11 by 5. But while writing, you need to change the sign. So x1, here it is plus 7 by 3, but while writing minus 7 by 3. x2, here it is plus 11 by 5, but while writing minus 11 by 5. So finally, we got the factors, that is minus 7 by 3 and minus 11 by 5. And here it is 3y square plus 29y plus 68 is equal to 0. So similarly multiply 3 into 68. So 3 into 68. I think 68 is... So let me do one thing, divide by 2. When we divide 68 by 2, so 2 34, right? So because 34 into 2 will be 68. So bring this 3 to the next step. It is 3 to 34. So I think we should get 29, right? So let me do one thing, again split this 34. So when we divide this 34, I think 2 17. 17 into 2 will be 34. So bring this 2 to the next step and similarly bring this 3 to the next step. So I think, listen here friends, 3 into 2 will be 6. 6 into 2 will be 12. So 12 and 17. So finally, when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be positive. When we add both the numbers, 12 plus 17, the resultant will be 29. So friends, listen carefully. I wrote this 68 as 2 into 34. And 34 can be written as 2 into 17. So finally, by using these numbers, you can multiply 2 or more than 2 numbers, right? So 3 into 2 will be 6. 6 into 2 will be 12. And the remaining number is 17. So when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 29. But before y square, we have a constant 3. So divide by 3, divide by 3. I think we can cancel this on 3 table. 1 3s are 3, 4 3s are 12. So y1, here it is plus 4, but while writing it should be minus 4. Here it is minus 17 by 3. So finally we got the factors for y and also we got the factors of x. So now we need to compare all the x values with the y value, right? So x value will be minus 7 by 3. So minus 7 by 3, minus 7 by 3. x2 will be minus 11 by 5, minus 11 by 5. So y1, y2, y1, y2. So y1 will be minus 4. So minus 17 by 3, minus 4, minus 17 by 3. I'm just going to compare all the x value with the y value. So friends, here it is 7 by 3 and 4. When we cross this, 4 into 3 will be 12. So minus 12 minus 7. So minus 7 is greater than. So again cross this. 17 into 3, 7 into 3, 21. So definitely 7 into 3, 21 will be greater than. So 5 4s are 20 minus 11. So minus 11 minus 20 minus 11 is greater than. 17 into 5, 85 something. 11 into 3 will be 33. So 33, 85, 33 is greater than. So finally, by comparing all the x value with y value, in all the cases x is greater than y. So finally, the relationship between x and y in this question is x greater than y. Question number 5. So 14x square minus 37x plus 24 is equal to 0, a quadratic equation. Similarly, the second expression is also a quadratic equation. So first of all, we need to multiply this 14 into 24. So 14 into 24. And here it is positive. So friends, our target, when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant should be plus. And when we add both the numbers, the resultant should be minus 37. So I think we can write this 14 as 7 into 2, because 7 into 2 will be 14, 24. So 8 3s are 24, right? So let me keep this as 8 3. So our target to bring 37. So friends, listen here friends, we can multiply this. 8 into 2 will be 16, 7 into 3 will be 21. So friends, listen carefully. 8 2s are 16, 7 3s are 21. So finally 16 and 21. So minus 16 minus 21. Because when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be plus. When we add both the numbers, 16 and 21, the resultant will be minus 37. So before x square, we have a constant 14. So divide by 14, divide by 14. I think we can cancel this on 2 tables. So 8 2s are 16, 7 2s are 14. We can cancel this on 7 tables. 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21. So x1. So here it is minus 8 by 7, but while writing, change the sign as plus 8 by 7. Here it is minus 3 by 2. So it should be plus 3 by 2. So finally we got the factors of x, that is 8 by 7 and 3 by 2. So the second expression is 28y square minus 53y plus 24 is equal to 0. So similarly we need to multiply this 28 into 24. So 28 into 24, and here it is positive. So friends, similarly the answer that we are going to get when we multiply both the answer, the resultant should be positive. But when we add both the answer, the resultant should be minus 53. So I think this 28 can be written as 7 4s are 28, right? And similarly this 24 can be written as 8 3s are 24. Our target to bring 53. So 4 3s are 8 4s are 32, 21, 32, 21. I think we got an answer friends. Listen here. 7 3s are 21. 8 4s are 32. When we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 53. But we need to get minus 53. So minus 21 and minus 32. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be in terms of positive. But when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be minus 53. And before y square, we have a constant 28. So divide by 28, divide by 28. I think we can cancel this on 7 table. 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28. So y1. Here it is minus 3 by 4. But while writing, it should be plus 3 by 4. And I think we can again cancel this on 4 table. So when we cancel this on 4 table, 7 4s are 28, 8 4s are 32. So y2 will be 8 by 7. So finally we got the factors of x and also y. Now we need to compare this and we need to say what is the relationship between x and y. So when the concept behind this, every time I am saying comparison is most important, right? We need to compare all the x value with the y value. So x value will be 8 by 7, 8 by 7, and second x value will be 3 by 2, 3 by 2. So y1 y2, y1 y2. So y1 y2, then again y1, then again y2. So friends, listen here. 8 by 7, 3 by 4. Just cross multiply. Don't divide this and waste your time in the exam. Just cross it. 8 4s are 32. 7 3s are 21. So 32 will be greater than, right? So 8 7s are 8 7s. It will be equal. 8 by 7, 8 by 7 is an equal. So next thing. So friends, 4 into 3 will be 12. 3 into 2 will be 6. So 12 and 6, 12 will be greater than. So 7 3s are 21, 8 2s are 16. So 21 is greater than. So finally, by comparing all the x value with the y value, in case number 1, case number 3, case number 4, x is greater than y. In second case, x is equal to y. So finally we can say that the relationship between x and y will be x greater than or equal to y for question number 5. The last 6th question. So again both the equation is a quadratic equation. So 6x square, 51x and 105. So initially we need to multiply this 6 into 105. So 6 into 105. I think when we multiply both the numbers, the resultant should be positive. And similarly, when we add both the numbers, the resultant should be plus 51, right? So I think we can write this 105. We can divide this by 5. So when we divide this by 5, it will be 21, right? Bring the 6 as it is. So friends, listen here. So when we divide this by 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 1s are 1. So 21 into 5 will be 105. So bring the 6 as it is. So our target to bring 51. So we can multiply this. 6 5s are 30 and here it is 21. So when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be 51. When we multiply both the numbers, definitely the resultant will be positive. And before x square, we have a constant 6. So divide by 6, divide by 6. I think we can cancel this on 6 table. 6 5s are 30. We can cancel this on 3 table. 3 2s are 6, 7 3s are 21. So x1, here it is plus 5, but while writing it should be minus 5. x2, here it is plus 7 by 2. While writing it should be minus 7 by 2. So finally we found the factors, that is minus 5 and minus 7 by 2. So let me move on to the second expression, that is 2y square plus 25y plus 78 is equal to 0. So initially you need to multiply this 2 into 78. So I think bring this 2 as it is. So this 78 we can divide by 2, right? So when we divide by 2, 3 2s are 6, 9 2s are 18. So our target to bring 25. So again we can split this 39 as 3 into 13, right? 3 into 13 will be 39. So bring this 2 to the next step. Similarly bring this 2 to the next step. So friends, listen here friends, 3 into 2 will be 6, 6 into 2 will be 12, and here it is 13. So when we add both the numbers, the resultant will be plus 25. When we multiply both the numbers, the resultant will be definitely positive. But before y square we have a constant 2. So divide by 2, divide by 2. 1 2s are 2, 6 2s are 12. So finally here it is plus 6, but while writing you need to change the sign as minus 6. And here it is plus 13 by 2. So while writing it should be minus 13 by 2. So finally we got the factors of y, that is minus 6 minus 13 by 2, and x will be minus 5 minus 7 by 2. So friends, now we need to compare this. So x1 will be minus 5. So x2 will be, minus 5. Okay, x1 minus 5, minus 5, minus 7 by 2, minus 7 by 2. y1, y2, y1, y2. So y1, y2, then y1, then y2. So friends, listen here friends, minus 5 minus 6, minus 5 is greater than, so minus 5 just cross it, right? So 5 into 2 will be 10, minus 10 minus 13, minus 10 will be greater than, minus 7, so 6 into 2 will be minus 12, right? So minus 12 minus 7 is greater than. Similarly cross this, 7 into 2 will be 14, 13 into 2 will be 26, 14 is greater than. So finally in all the cases while comparing x value with y value, where x is greater than y. So for the last equation we got an answer, that is x greater than y. So friends, finally we have solved 6 different questions in this lesson number 3, that is based on type number 2 quadratic equation. So friends, my only advice is, after watching this video, kindly solve minimum of 25 questions that is based on these types of quadratic equation, that is before x square some constant and before y square some constant, because for the recent competitive exam it is one of the most important 5-mark question. So friends, practice more and more number of questions. Don't just stop by practicing only 6 questions. So practice minimum of 25 questions so that you will be strong on the topic equation, and also finding a factor will also be so simple. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to watch lesson number 4, that is quadratic equation based on square root and cube root. There are so many equation videos in my YouTube channel, but all the equation videos are available for free. Not only equation topic, all the remaining topics in aptitude and reasoning. So all the topics are available in my YouTube channel, that is completely for free. So download this video and share this video to your friends so that your friends can also learn this. So thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.